Hey all, it's Eagle Aaron, and there was something I wanted to add to the discussion about the video I made last time about ableism, and that was about the word, basically about when people ask you to change your language for like ableist reasons. And I just wanted to quickly say a few things about that. I wanted to say that people who are asking you to do that, they actually do understand that it's difficult, and they do understand that you might not have the spoons to handle that kind of thing at the moment, and that it might take a while. But what we're doing when we communicate to you that we want your language to change is we're letting you know that we have been invalidated, and we're letting you know that the things you are doing is harming us. And what we're looking for is for you to acknowledge the harm being done, and for us to get some kind of sense that you are actually going to be trying to make a change, even if it does take you a while. It's more about the solidarity than about needing an immediate change of behavior. And people do understand this when they ask you to change your language. And so when you say things like, it's just a word, or you say, why are people making such a big deal, or this other issue needs to be treated more seriously than that, as an excuse for them to not self-crit or to not start working on that, all that does is communicate that you actually do hold ableist views, or you do hold ableism in your heart, or whatever. And you just need to have a look at that maybe, and realize that, we've all been raised and socialized to harm each other and to treat each other badly. And when we are inflicting wounds on each other, it's like friendly fire and whatever, that's holding us back also from reaching our full potential of being able to solve these problems and be able to bring about a more permanent solution to them. And so we got to stop doing that. We got to stop with the friendly fire and stuff. And that means we're going to have to help each other, and we're going to have to help each other unlearn those bad behaviors. And we each going to have different things that we are already behaving or learned how to behave better on, and then there's going to be areas where we haven't, and we are just collaboratively sharing and helping each other move forward so that we can all get to a point where we are all not being harmful to any of us. So yeah, I just did want to give you that extra bit where people might feel like they are being, like, too much is being asked of them, or that it's an unreasonable expectation or whatever. Just to clarify that I actually do understand that it's a difficult thing, and we're not looking for you to change immediately, but rather acknowledgement that harm was done and that attempts will be made to not do that harm again. And that applies to slurs as well as words like triggered, which, you can say there's a trigger on a gun, obviously, but you shouldn't be using the word triggered to mean someone is offended or something like that, because when people are triggered, it's a PTSD thing. It's a word that's been around for a long time, and it's something that makes them relive the memories or emotions or thoughts or feelings or whatever of previous abuses or traumas. And so there is actual harm that they are encountering when they get triggered, and it's not just something you should use willy-nilly for people who are just offended or outraged or whatever. Use the words that are more suited, and just because something is triggering someone to be offended doesn't mean that they are triggered, which is already a term that exists in psychology, etc. And maybe you weren't aware that it really did. So, you can not harm people better now that you know. Anyway, that's all. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you around.